Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to go over the top 3 Medicare supplement plans for 2023. And on a lot of people's minds, they want to know, is Plan G still the best Medicare supplement plan? So I'm going to go over that in this video. But first, my name is Brian Monahan. I've been working with people going on to Medicare and people on Medicare for the past 15 plus years. And in these videos, I try to show you raw data and numbers so that you can see which plan is best for you. I want to show you real quick this book that I just got done writing. It's called Medicare Without Confusion. And the reason why I want to show you this is because it's free. There's a link to the PDF in the description box. This book is about 38 pages long and the font is really thick. It's about twice the regular font. I think it's 24 font. So the words are really thick and big so you can read it. And I also have charts and graphs and so forth and pictures in the book, which really condenses it down to about 20 pages of what I believe is the most important things about Medicare. And I just want to show you real quick. Of course, I have myself right here with my contact information, but here are the chapters. And it starts with how and when to sign up for Medicare, because it's not just for people that are turning 65. And it goes all the way down to the trial rights, which I think is one of the most important things when you're going on to Medicare. So if you look at some of these chapters, there might be something that you're interested in. Of course, I get into the medigap plans and the 4 parts of Medicare and so forth. But there's a lot of good details in this book, and it's very short. So you can get it by clicking the link. It's free. I'm never going to charge for this book. The only thing that I would ever charge if I put it on Amazon or something like that, I think they charge us like $3, $2.99 to put it up there. So I might do that, but other than that, it's going to be free to anyone who wants to read it, because I wrote it because I wanted another way to get to people and show them that Medicare is not as confusing as they make it out to be. So let's jump into the top Medicare supplement plans for 2023. And if you've seen any of my other videos, I like to break down 3 of the top plans that I think are the best. That's Plan G, Plan N, and Plan High Deductible G. That is not going to change in the next couple of years, in my opinion. And the reason for this is all the rest of the plans are confusing, and there's all these different copays and so forth. And with these 3 plans, you have different price points and they're very clean. So unless you started Medicare prior, or you were eligible to start Medicare prior to 2020, these are the 3 plans for you. If you were eligible before 2020, you can talk or think about an F plan. And if you call my office, of course, we'll explain that to you. But for this video, I want to get into these 3 plans. So first is Plan G. And what I did was I took an average of different states throughout the country. And for a 65-year-old, I did the average and put it into what the Plan G, what the Plan N, and what the Plan High Deductible G premiums would be. Now, some people look at this and they say, oh, I'm from California, so I'm 65. I'm going to be paying $145. This is not true. California is a huge state. Some places might be $100. Some places might be $250 for someone who's 65. So this is just an average. So don't go off of the exact numbers on the screen. But for this video, I took the averages. And for the Plan G, the premium you're going to pay is around $140 per month. Now, what that includes is everything that's inpatient and outpatient, except for $226 in a deductible. So you pay your $140 per month, then you pay the first $226, and then everything inpatient and outpatient will cost you $0. That includes hospital, surgeries, ambulance, doctors, specialists, physical therapists. As you can see here, CAT scans you'll get for $0, MRIs, skilled nursing, you'll get up to 100 days at $0 cost. And the only thing that this does not cover, as well as the other 2 plans, Plan N and Plan High Deductible G, is a drug plan and dental, vision, and hearing over here. I'll slide this over. But the drug plans range from about $5 a month to $35 on average. And from what I've seen, a lot of people that I signed up for a drug plan when they got a medigap plan paid $11 a month, possibly $20 a month, something like that. So on average, I'd say it's about between 10 and 20 depending on your drugs. And dental, vision, and hearing on average will be, you have to get a separate plan. It will be either $40, $50, or $60 per month, depending on which plan. I always tell people, talk to your dentist first and see what they take, and then decide on a dental plan. So when you pay your premium of $140, I have it right down here, and then you pay the deductible of $226. If you look down here, there's no copays, so you'll pay $140 times 12 months. That will equal $1,680, what you'll pay. Then you add the $1,680 plus $226, and that will be your maximum out of pocket. The MOOP, maximum out of pocket, will be $1,906 for the year. You will pay nothing else going to the hospital, doctor, specialist, nothing. So the Plan G is very, very clean. Now, people have called me and they have said to me, hey, in your videos, you look like Plan G is the one plan that you really, really like. Well, to be honest with you, these are my top 3 favorite plans, and I like all 3 of these. And from what I've seen in the past couple months, a lot of people, some people will call me up and say, I know I want the Plan G, and that's it. Some people will say, I'm trying to make a decision on a couple different plans, and a lot of these people end up going with a Plan N, some of them a high deductible G. So let me get into those 2 plans. So the Plan N, the premium on average will be about $106 per month. Now, as you can see, that's about $35 less than the Plan G per month. So what do you get with this? Well, there's 3 different things about the Plan N than the Plan G. The first thing that's the same is you'll pay that $226, as you can see right here. You pay that deductible first. Then you will pay up to $20 each time you go to the doctor. Now, some doctors don't charge for this. Some charge $20, some charge $10, but it's up to $20 each time you go. After that, there's only 2 other things that are different from Plan G. This is you have to pay $50 going to the emergency room with Plan N, but if you're admitted, you pay nothing. And the other thing is an excess charge. Now, I want to say this, I want to reiterate this over and over in videos. It's less than 3% of the doctors in the entire country have an excess charge, and there's many states that do not charge an excess charge by law. No doctors can, but less than 3%. What that is they can charge up to 15% on top of Medicare's allotted amount that they can charge. So if Medicare charges $100 for a doctor's visit, the doctor can charge $115. But you're not responsible for the 100% of this. So you're not going to pay that much with these excess charges, in my opinion. And that's my opinion, and also less than 3%. So it's highly unlikely. I've been doing this for over 15 years. No one has ever called me on my clients that are on Plan N and said I was charged an excess charge, just to let you know. So the key differences are here. With Plan N, the premium, if you pay $106 times 12, that will be $1,272. Now let's say you go to the doctor a couple times, you're going to pay that deductible. That's $1,272 plus $226 for the deductible. That's $1,498. Now look at the difference here. $1,498, I'll just change this to a 4 real quick. That's after you pay the deductible. You're about $400 less than a G plan. So it depends on how many times you go to the doctor and if you go to the emergency room. Let's say you only go to the doctor 3 times for the whole year. That's going to be this amount, $14.98 plus $60, if it's the total amount, if they charge this $20. Some might charge $5 and it could only be $15, but let's say they charge the full $60. So this would be approximately $1,560. I'll just round it off to make it simple. So you're still like $350 for the year less on the Plan N than you are on the Plan G. A lot of people have called me this year and said, I want to get on the Plan N as opposed to the Plan G. And it's because they didn't want to spend the extra money up front. I can totally understand that. Like I said, all three of these plans are fantastic. So any one that you choose is good for me, I guess you would say. So let's jump into the Medigap Plan High Deductible G. Now, the premium for this, $40 on average. This is $100 less than regular Plan G. Now, this plan, from what I see, the reason why people get on this plan is because they do not want to pay that extra $100 up front, obviously. That's $1,200 more a year. But a lot of times they say, you know what, I'm healthy. I don't go to the doctors that much. I want the protection and the coverage of the Plan G, but I don't want to pay the higher premium. Well, this gives you exactly that, the protection and the coverage. And the high deductible is $2,700. So that's how much the total you will pay for the year. So let's just say you went up to $2,700. Well, you take your $40, and we'll go down here, times 12 would be $480. You add that to the $2,700, and you could possibly pay $3,180. But let me go back. Don't click off just yet. So what this means to $2,700, and I put it under doctor, but it's not doctor, it's everything. If you go to the doctor, let's say, and the doctor charges $100 for the visit, you're only going to pay 20% of that. Medicare is going to pick up the $80. You're going to pay 20% towards this $2,700. So you would pay $20. Then let's say you went to the hospital and it was $1,000. You would pay that 20%, which would be $200. So now you're still nowhere near $2,700. You would just add that to the premium you pay, and that would be your total out of pocket. So odds are that this is not going to be $3,180. It could be $1,180. So you could be way less than both of these plans. But if something were to happen, you go into the hospital, have surgery, you need to go back and forth to specialists and so forth, you could be paying more. You could be paying, who knows, $1,800. This number fluctuates, but it is catastrophic coverage. You don't want to pay as much in premium up front, but you want the benefits of the Plan G. So these are the top three plans for 2023. Now, another thing that I did in one of my videos is I went over the Medicare Advantage versus the high deductible Plan G. And I got a lot of phone calls from people this year. One of the things that they said, there was a lot of videos made that people make more money on the Advantage plan, the commissions and so forth. One thing about my company is we do not think about commissions when we're dealing with people. That is the surefire way to get a bad name as a company, and we will not do that. But the Advantage plans, if somebody wants to look at Advantage plans, I go over the Advantage plans in their area, and I just tell them the high deductible Plan G and the Advantage plans are kind of in competition with one another. And what I mean by that is they both have low premiums, but they both, when you go and do things, will cost you. Now, some people will leave comments and say, I had a Medicare Advantage and I only spent this amount of money. But I've also gotten calls that have said, hey, I went to a Medicare Advantage and I spent way more money than I ever imagined, and now I want to get on a Medigap plan. Problem is they have to go through underwriting, and some people do not pass. They cannot go into the Medicare Supplement Plans, also known as the Medigap plans. Now, I've done videos on these different things about trial rights and how you can get into a Medigap plan. I'll leave some of those links below, but just keep that in mind when you're looking at different plans. So thanks for watching this video. Once again, get my free book if you'd like in PDF. I'm going to really splash this book everywhere. Please let me know if you do read it, what you think about it. I'll just give you a quick, overview. There's all sorts of links and different pictures, and there's some charts in here and so forth that I did. So it's a colorful book. It's different. You can see how big the font is. So please get the book in the description box. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you at the next one.